Welcome to BigBossBattle.com. Today we are looking at The Way by developer Puzzling Dream for the Xbox One. So what is The Way? The game itself is a 2D retro platformer that even the developer has said was highly influenced by games such as Another World and Flashback. Both those games have a legendary status and a very hardcore fan base, so it was interesting to hear this from the developer, and one that myself was interested in seeing if they could live up to these lofty standards. The game starts with you hunched over the grave of your deceased wife. Now you exhume her body and you soon realise that this is going to take a bit more of a darker path. Our protagonist has discovered a way to bring back his dear wife to life, but to achieve this he must overcome a series of puzzles, and that's before he has to travel to an alien planet where a mysterious machine will bring back his beloved wife. The game itself decides to answer two very in-depth questions most games would avoid. What is the meaning of life, and how far would you go to hold on to your loved ones? Both of these are told within a very intricate and dark story, which is very compelling and will help you progress through the game. And this leads me on to the gameplay. Now, in a similar fashion to Another World, the game itself offers inventive puzzles that will make great use of your character's strengths and weaknesses. This is a game that requires patience, thought, and the ability to accurately trace your steps in certain puzzles. The puzzles can range from quite intricate to absolutely confounding to just sheer luck. The puzzles will test your patience and they will test your memory and mind and dexterity. Everything here is aimed to push you a little bit further as you progress through the story. These are quite intricate puzzles, and to be honest with you, for the casual gamer, I do fear that this will put a few people off, but the story will help push you through. The game itself has very simple controls. The character can jump, crawl, and fire a gun. It's this simplistic approach that actually makes the game really fun to play and very challenging. Using these limited actions, you'll have to combine them to get through the intricate levels. This is going to end up being quite satisfying once you finally do get to the end of the level, but it is challenging at the same time. But the gratification from completing a level will be immense and you will enjoy it, trust me. Now, for those of you who know me, this probably sounds like a glowing review already regarding the game, and in some cases it is, but there is some minor problems with the game. The actual puzzles in the game can vary from extremely easy to extremely hard, and this is due to some of the puzzles being a bit haphazard. Early on, you're given clues on how to complete the puzzles. As you progress through the game, the puzzles get harder and harder, and in some cases don't give you any hint on how to complete the puzzles. Most of them took me roughly around near the end about an hour to complete, and this was just trying to guess at what I had to do to complete the puzzle. This could easily put a few people off. Thankfully though, it's a story, and what you actually want to see at the end of this story, that's going to push you through. But I will say that some puzzles are absolutely frustrating, and despite the fantastic story, it may stop people in their track. As I said earlier, the story is where the game really shines, and this is told through the characters, which are fascinating enough to keep you interested and engaged at pushing through as you complete the levels. Now, these are a small handful of characters you meet along your journey who are all quite eccentric but do play a vital role in the plot. You get a small group of colourful villagers which basically wear masks and can't speak English. You also partner up with your own very creature-like dog, effectively called Tin Can. Once you have acquired Tin Can, you can utilise him to help you out actually traversing the levels and basically getting rid of some of the enemies. This also helps you build a bond with Tin Can, which is one that you're going to enjoy throughout the entirety of the game. So what about the graphics? The graphics here are superb. They're highly detailed pixelite settings and the character models are perfect and really do give you that another world feel. Everything here has been done really well and it's taken its time, and there's a lot of thought that's been put into this. The game never stutters, there's no issues with frame rate, and it is absolutely beautiful to look at. No environment or level looks the same, from decaying graveyards or ancient caverns. You can vary to sunny swept deserts and bright green colourful forests. This colourful world also helps you integrate and form a good bond with the story. However, I will say there was one particular issue in terms of the graphics, and this was to do with the very end boss. I'm not going to spoil it, however I will say that the actual graphics was a bit of a problem for me in terms of how to complete it. It was a bit too overwhelming for the eye, and that's possibly something that needs to be looked at. But overall, this is a beautifully built game and one that I would recommend visually for anyone. And this leads me on to the music for the game. This music here has been done carefully to help push and progress the actual storyline and help you tell and form a bond with the character that you are playing. There is a synth-like sci-fi musical score which is blended throughout the whole of the game, which works perfectly. The sound is crisp and clear, and there is a variety of different sounds which just suit every premise for every level. No two levels sound the same, and it has been done with a very high detail of thought added to it. There is no voice act in the game, so everything in terms of sound is based on the level or on the actions that you take within the game. They are done exceptionally well and are crisp to hear through a TV or a headset. So what did we here at Big Boss Battle think of The Way? We can tell you that we absolutely loved this game, and it is given a great big fat thumbs up from us, and this is for the following reasons. The game has a thoroughly thought-provoking story that will keep you enthralled all the way to the very end. It has some well-made and challenging puzzles, and it has some beautifully stunning environments and character models. Now, there is some minor issues with particular puzzles, however the actual gratifications from solving these puzzles will keep you going right to the very end. It is currently out on Xbox Live for about £7, which is about $9 or $10 US. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, we hope you enjoyed this review, and we'd like to hear what you think about the review itself. Did you think we hit all the points? Is there some points that you think we may have missed? Please do tell us. We do like to hear from you and read your comments. Until next time, have a great time gaming.